I love it because you have the ability to use the double initiators, and the reason they became so meta was for just the amount of control you have, and then you can set the waylay up for so much success. That just sounds like it's going to be a little similar to how we saw Corrode being played out, with the added element of now Bonnie's on Yoru. They have the flashes from Practo, Nanners, and more than that, this is a more solved map. People are more comfortable on this map as we get things started with a B hit. It looks like a mid to B.
Yeah, I mean, the split away 3-1 at least, so they'll have time to actually scale up into mid, but Riker again holding by pizzas with a frenzy. We got frenzies back in this game as well too, man. I'm excited. Dude, to the corner. No, he doesn't. Jump peeks out. It's clean. Gets a slow as well. Nanaza takes one, but Tillo peeks back in. So he finds timing onto two and makes sure that Burger Boys are not out of it just yet, but they've got to get past. They've got to get past Sci-Fi next, and he's holding this. He has the flash. This could be big. Oh, Retro finds the first move before the flash pops, and that puts it down to a 2v2.
But again, they're pinched up into this corner potentially. Foreign backs up, does not want to take the fight. They're trying to flip the map a little bit. Look at how far up Cypher is already. Poseidon is going to try and cut them off in mid.
And we'll see if they actually manage to find him here, though, is the question, as they'll take the time to scale back over towards A instead. So it is just the Omen there.
Oh my
Poseidon
gosh.
finds his timing. That's his big from Poseidon. Massive come around. And AG once again get the first.
I need to figure out what watchmaker they go to. Because, like, yeah, no, I was going to say, like, you're looking for the timing there. You wrap out, you take the fight. Poseidon's going to try and cut them off in mid to make sure that they don't get towards the A side. If they're dueling towards B, you can at least get that info. But managed to just find two staring in the opposite direction. And for Alliance Guardians, that's awesome. That's got to feel great. Because Burger Boys, they're pretty solid on this map. Getting things started early. They started hot last time, they won. They start hot this time and they win again. Same thing.
We'll find out. I mean, hot is right. That's a 4K for Foreign as they jump into his crosshair. Just gift him that.
Yeah. Foreign was the duelist last time, so the aim, impressive as always. Just hunting for it at this point.
Indeed it is, my friend. And so we'll leave Foreign as they set up the rest of the team to give him the ace. They're trying to find where Practo is. No idea. He's chilling in spawn. No one knows this, but they're going to try to probably pop around, see where he is, investigate.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah, I mean, they should find him here in 3, 2, 1. Bada bing, bada boom. That's the ace.
Truly out here farming the eco aces. I mean, that was a crazy start. They all jumped out. The Foreign's just boom, 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 boom. Fast rounds coming out. No pacing, no nothing. It's talking about how AG, right? They're starting off on defense, which means that they're gonna have a pretty. Not only is it defense-sided map, but they're generally pretty solid on the defense with the way that they kind of surround, contain, the way that they go for retakes. And now with the added monkey wrench of having Waylay, I think those retakes are gonna be even stronger because Waylay, she's really good. I kept saying this, like a broken record, controlling the pace of how you want to play the game.
Ooh, I mean, speaking of which, that's one from Riker right off rip. The body taken away. And they'll just manage to pincer them and pierce through them. Leaving Burger Boys kind of listless. Right? They were hoping to scale into B if they could, but I mean, we got Retro here left alone, bro. What is he supposed to do, man? Maybe tries to find one, but they're all looking towards mid. And the rest of them are split up in a 1-1-1 to see what they can get anything done.
Yeah, it's just, you've already lost so many important pieces for the entry and the info that, what are you going to do?
He's dead. I mean, it's already seen Practo, and you cut off Nanners on a main. Sees, okay, well, Practo manages to get his, but just one, unfortunately. Has to be as singular as the rest of the team will encroach upon what our Burgers wants to do. Yeah.
With the spike down, though, towards A, they have to play recovery. With 35 seconds, it most likely will have to be an A hit. I just don't think that with the time and with the utility that they have, that it's even possible. So going for this save early makes a lot of sense. Not only is it giving AG the third round, it's denying alt orbs and you keep 2 rifles, but it does put in a precarious spot for Burger Boys going into round number 4. Are they going to be going for an eco? Or are they going to be trying to buy up with these 2 rifles? And for AG, They want to win the round and maybe even get rid of some of these rifles, but they're nowhere close, and I don't think they even want to challenge it themselves. They're just getting upgrades, it seems.
Yeah, they might as well, right? Because they know that they get the 3 up to, and look, it's a sense. Attacking side on Sen is always going to be where you face the most troubles, especially just up for any team at all, as with how the map is shifted in terms of the actual meta. But that's for now. Burger Boy is not getting the pistol, maybe what cost them overall, and from here is if they can get a save, huge. But we're looking at probably a runaway game for AG.
Honestly, that would be really solid out of them, because last time we saw like them play against Burger Boys, if not mistaken, Burger Boys won, but it's a slightly different core, the core 5 out of Alliance, so they can bring it down to a 2-1 in terms of map score, get them onto relegation point, I guess, get Burger Boys to relegation point.
Right.
It's good for them.
That AG, you know, they faced this team a couple times before, although with the different numbers. Duck again. Oh, the flash doesn't even matter. Sees him right before that pops and a trade for Practo, but for the rest of the team, they can just shoot the rest of just shoot them down, man. It's just clean, like one by one. Four holds his own at the back of Boathouse as he peers around to see where Practo is left. They find him. It's Riker to do so.
Yeah, and there it is. 4th round picked up. I mean, Burger Boys did have to go for some investments, but at the end of the day, right, this has been kind of a rough start for them, having to save super early on in the game, having to even go for a slower play style in general when you have someone as talented as Bonnie. You can see Bonnie like can't get as activated, I think, as he would like to, and it's got to be not only a bit frustrating but also just, you know, a rework of the game plan of how we are going to be, you know, playing into this double initiator defense.
Right. Overall, remains to be seen what they do want to do, because for Burger Boys here, they don't want to necessarily just get snowballed, because like this can easily just be a 6-0 if they don't get this round, unfortunately. And like we were saying before, nerds, right? It was AG to take the lead previously, and they held that pretty firm, and a lot of work being done for Burger Boys. Taking stuff back to the game for now, though. I'm gonna look to scale up through mid, find some control around tree, and we'll trade paranoia as they run their way, set themselves into A. Nanner's now gone, and no smoke to hold a sight. It's going to be that much tougher. Have to find Heaven control and try to drop down from there if they can, but Sci-Fi's watching it, so have to walk right into him as well. The rest of them waiting to see and find an opportunity. As he drops down, Retro has to be the savior. The finest one, a second taken, and Retro, the IGL, is doing it all by himself to give Burger Boys at least a spike plant.
Ooh, and the fact that they took down Poseidon as well means it's a free site. They have it locked down. I mean, it would be very difficult for AG to break into it, but it would have to start with Thorin getting that opener.
I mean, starts from, maybe he gets one here, but I think he's just stuck. There's just too much firepower against him, but again, Thorin gets one. It's a 1v3. This is impossible. Yeah, there we go. And Practical will take his, and again, that round is all Retro there.
Okay, not going for the Odin pickup, and instead just going to be going for rifles on the attack side. And the fact that Practo got that also means the Steel Garden is up. Tillo's one away from his. We're going to start seeing the ultimate economy brewing for both of these teams. And Burger Boys seeming to find a better pathing towards how they want to play this, going for the backstab. But you can't always go for the backstab. If some of the gaps get patched up, or if, you know, things kind of shift around on the defensive side for Alliance Guardians, and that plan kind of starts to fall off. So I want to see how they play it this time. Another sort of defaulty play. The spike is leaning into mid.
They've shown this kind of propensity to just kind of scale up S3 through mid pretty often as they lean towards the A side, and and 2-3 that they it's 2-3 that they take control of A. And with Sci-Fi now gone, unfortunately being picked up will mean that A is finally opened up as an option, but they haven't decided to make their way in just yet. They're still waiting to see if AG push against them.
Just got that opener, and last time it's kind of how it started. They lost the opening duel, but managed to claw their way back in. AG looking to do the same thing as Poseidon pulls up to reconfirm that space in mid. Make sure to cover that gap. The Sentinel utility is on B. They're comfortable, I think, with leaving it for the retake.
Here.
That time, at least, right? Because we know that at least we have Foreign watching A. Push the paranoia to stop them, and Retro ready and waiting. Leave them. One more on the side, not letting them fall towards the masses.
30 seconds
As
left.
Duck will find his one. But for the rest of the Burger Boys, though, basically puts it out to 3v3. By the time Spike goes down for AG, they're gonna find a way back into the site because all it's punched up here. And still a Garden alongside the Hunter's Fury will mean that they'll be stopped even further. A lot of investment. What can they gain? Patrick peeks around, sees one, and Duck also there for the trade. But they've got to find. Oh my God! Just a quick peek out. These are what they can get to next, and that having control, although not unfortunately not in their favor, will mean that AG can take over the round in a matter of seconds.
And it was all off of, I think, Rikers finding the first, swapping off, managing to push on in, picking up that steam, and they waited specifically for the timing. Practo could have gotten the kill off on Riker if, you know, if and when they managed to push in, but it all comes down to, again, some of that initiator utility. The dart, the recon dart goes out, stops him, perfect replay timing, and that is their ticket in, because from then, the rest of the round collapses. Riker was able to get in and do some damage on that waylay, and again, right, they are shining right now. Foreign is at 12-1, by the way. 12-1 as the Omen, like, pseudo-duelist almost.
You want to play? Let's play.
Playing a fantastic game from his end. Riker with this off has been dangerous previously. He's found BURG's timings. And Practo being caught on the other end of that barrel is that is what you've been his fate for the past 2 rounds. Hopefully not his this time, as again, Burger Boys, that same sort of mid lane that we've seen previously, but this time no heavy mid push though. They found their way through trees more often, but this time, we're saying Practo not gone. And with Spike dropped, we'll see if they commit to this again.
The paranoia timing is here. Viwa.
Oh, gorgeous from Foreign, but although he gets traded, it's that same sort of play we saw previously. They'll go up through heaven, they'll break down, they'll walk through a tree, but they don't know about the zone, and Dunk is ready. Stops them right on the entrance and leaves Nanners alone and listless.
It's just so hard to break through, especially considering now that AG is like, okay, well, you guys want to go through tree, we're just not gonna let you go through there. And they tried exploiting other gaps, trying to find other gaps, but we haven't really seen much of that out of Alliance Guardian. They're pretty solid in terms of not only the way that they retake and how they play together, understanding the key ultimates that Burger Boys have, like the previous round with Practo, but also being very confident in controlling the pace of the game. Even in the replays, it shows Riker pushes in, gets the shot, gets on out, and they're just going to continue to hold this line, because why not?
It worked right before, right? This time, though, he got aggressive and pushed out, but Practo playing much farther back and much safer as well, and along with putting on the wall here, too, so allowing themselves to at least get a trade back and Practo being ready on the angle. As they move themselves and scale through mid. This time not going to go for the tree lane, but looking to flip the map this time. As we have Dunk ready with the Odin, the spam waiting, and the trade being set up between Nanners and Bonnie. They don't want to let Duck just get away with it and run free. Also get flanked previously. Oh, Bonnie, a sliding hit. A disgusting shot from him. With one being taken back. AG looking to wrap all the way around again to take away the rest of the power that Burger Boys have. But make their way into B, but with just 3.
They flipped the map yet again, and now they have a 2-2 pinch onto the B retake. The only thing is that they're still worried about mid.
Oh, push out the ult. He's inside the smoke, and Branners is ready for all that. He stops him so quickly that no one even checked it. They just die. Oh, just the retro shot goes a bit wide. And Retro again tries to do something, but Bonnie for the cleanup. Burger Boys to get their second.
Tanners, that's how they won that round. Just immediately catching a great timing and finding those picks to prevent Alliance Guardian from getting anything. And I think this is an Alliance Guardian timeout to try and, yes, prevent the slip that we have started to see. And taking it so, I mean, you have to, you might as well go for them to really try and ensure that they can finish this half out, not only in a really solid fashion, but even more than that, you know, reset some of the way that they're playing. But honestly, I do want to say it might help Burger Boys a bit more in the sense that they could rethink how they're going to play. There's a chance that that happens, but more than that, this is just to break the momentum. Like, so genuinely, it's probably to break any momentum that Burger Boys can pick up after this round.
For sure. And we've seen Alliance be really good about these timeouts as well, where Burger Boys may, you know, look to, they're very stringent with theirs, but AG, as soon as they see anything happening, as soon as maybe anything goes wrong in the columns, they're like, yo, I mean, let's go scale it back real quick. Let's talk about this. What was all that? Why are we not checking the corners? Answer is, y'all should be. So, but
This goes here.
it's just one round, simple as that. But for AG at this moment, we've seen that they've been really good about stopping a lot of these mid lanes that Burger Boys have done. Although some get caught up by Tree, but this time it's Burger Boys up 3. Oh,
okay.
Riker comes out on top.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I feel like when your players are doing that, you get a nice little reset. You get yourself a timeout. There's not much to analyze or say. They're just shooting well.
Yeah, exactly that, but at least, although even with one, though, those shields started rushing the site. Although they just get one, but AG 4 strong. Duck putting out his ult. The Heartless Fury just gets one ping.
Cover going out.
And Foreign as well, alone holding the back of the site. As Spike has not gone down yet. We know that for Burger Boys, like, they just gotta clear out the rest of them, and he can't do anything at this point. Foreign dodging the headshots, takes his one, doesn't get found. Practo manages to get a little cheeky to rush at him, but just him left alive, and he has the plant. Right, the timing here is gonna be massive. Peeks around, Riker finishes it.
I think Foreign going for that cheeky, like, I'm just gonna stand right at the very edge of the smoke to the back of the wall, to the back of the smoke, the right little the millimeter further out you would have seen his back, and then just going, getting a pick there, leaving Practo in a horrible spot to clutch it out. And now an even worse spot for Burger Boys, because their economy is gonna be even rougher here. It's just gonna go to show how I love this replay, how bad it is, because you tag up Practo, you put him in a 1v2, can't really win it out. This is just an Alliance Guardian that is so utterly confident within their game plan, and it's such a solid game plan in terms of the way they retake and play.
Yeah, exactly.
So, big chillin'.
I ain't mad about it. You know, just take the time.
You know who's mad about it? I think Burger Boys would be frustrated, and some of the fans I would even assume in the audience who are like they're rooting for Burger Boys, right? And they're just not able to figure out how to break through here.
I'm NFC fans on both sides of the chat right live the same as well too, but I think AG fans right now pop it off though, ducking Poseidon hand in hand. Starts with the choke, the A main becomes a bloodbath with 2 fall, 3 minutes to make their way in. And Sci-Fi puts his name on the board. Dude, I was gonna pop up just yet. I'm glad he's getting his time to shine. But AG are running away with this game.
Nice little eco up for them. Burger Boys, though, I'm going to give them a little bit of praise here just because they are kind of the underdogs right now in this specific map, and say that they do have the Dimensional Drift available, and Bonnie has found some pretty good impact off of those ultimates. Honestly, they're also really close to Practo having his ultimate, and there is a chance that they could sway it in their favor. But it's all going to come down to, can they make this A hit worth it? Can they get a double TP up?
Oh, 4 rushes in, he gets up. I was about to say, bro, if you guys don't kill him, bro, he is in front of you. But somehow managed to get away with that, though. But It's rough. Meanwhile, Pacto falling as he gets peeked out by mid. Tries to punish the person in tree. Not gonna happen. Dimensional drift into the site. We see Cypher fighting up against him. He's alone by himself. He's up against 3. And he doesn't want to peek this. He knows he has to stay safe. He can just stay behind Jenny. Doesn't get caught. But Retro! Again, the IGL stepping up to save the day again. A triple kill to remove them one by one. And single-handedly keeping his team on this site. But can he get the round?
He needs to get that spike planted, but Poseidon, he knows.
Wait for timing. All he has to do, Poseidon's wait for timing. He peeks him. Poseidon a bit better. Angle off. And Alliance Guardians are looking incredible.
This feels just like a tidal wave, a tsunami, a storm, whatever you want to call it, just crashing upon the shores of Burger Boy's shack, and it's just been breaking, right, ever so consistently. And you even see, like, Retro knows. Retro's very much like, I think that we are gonna get flanked, because we have been so consistently flanked and encompassed and encroached upon. And even then, the confidence for Poseidon is high. He swings, he shoots, he scores. Whoa, what happened?
I'm Forge is dead.
I'm sorry.
He's just dead. He just can't find anything there, unfortunately. So it'll leave them. I mean, got this broken once more. Forge felt a bit confident. Still Garden to push them off the side, but no one's really even there. He's just spamming and spraying. And Duck, although gets caught a little bit of spikes. At least AG now here. Go for the retake as Duck is good enough as he's safe and sound. Spam is clean with that ping. Burger Boys are again just stuck on the side. They're gonna play 3 on, well 4 on I should say, and leave Nanners outside waiting as the rest of the team looks to walking one by one. Is back to under control. Being flanked here. Tillo the first time taking the first contact by one up top. Tillo not gone. Both pinged by Jenny. Dice not cleared away. And AG Duck specifically. That Odin in heaven becomes everything they fear. And Sci-Fi pops up, bro. Stops them. He has just enough time to push them to 10.
Wait, I just want to say it was a way better round for Burger Boys. They did a good job. They had someone tucked in wine so they don't get flanked on. They had really good control of the site. But when you have just an Odin in your face, you could just spam, mow these players down. That's just it. That's all that happens. And at the end of the day, it does get down to a 1v1 where the Burger Boy player has like a bit of a read, has a bit of a positional advantage. They're like, okay, I think I know where this player is going to be, takes the swing, and just loses the raw gunfight.
It's incredible as well. Like the fact that we land here after AG's, first couple of games, well, too, like you're saying, raw gunfights, pure prowess, and having an idea on exactly how to face the Burger Boys. And right up for BB. This pistol round is essential. Dare I say crucial? Because if they want to maintain the strategy in this game, they've got to come back here. Alliance Guardians have been really good. Oh, getting the pistols, but let's see, to rush in. Retro, no one's even looking. The whips! Oh, it's fine though. It's okay. He'll take 3 once again. And it seems like it is just Retro at certain moments to save his team. Riker in a 1v2. He's got to find where the rest of them are. They're both waiting inside of the smoke. Sees one up top. A third taken. That is ridiculous from Riker. But he's playing up by Jenny. He's watching the angle and Riker with the 4K.
No.
Are you kidding me, man?
No way. I mean, I think you had almost every advantage there for Burger Boy. And then you just see how Riker is like, I'm going to isolate this fight. I'm going to TP back. I'm going to make you second guess everything you've known about Valorant. And then I'm going to get a 4K on you to give us 11-2 scoreline for the side of Alliance Guardian. This is just a matter of a team doing exceptionally well. The only analysis is that Burger Boys is going for stingers, meaning that this could be a bit more eventful of a round. It doesn't matter.
Bonnie's dead.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Bonnie is dead-zo and will leave them hoping and waiting for possibly another round, as they gotta play this 4v5 again. And remember, it's been retro in these past couple of rounds to get 3Ks to save them, but I don't know if you can save them here. Stuck in the corner, Tillo down, and Nanner's now stuck as well too. Paranoia to stop them, but it's only for a couple of seconds. They'll take his one. Push it down to 3v2. So not impossible.
Oh, but Poseidon, so low on HP, he's gonna have to fall. Puts it back into a 2v2 scenario.
This force is essential for Burger Boys. They know they have to get this here. They know they have to get this right now, or else going up against 12-2 with barely any weaponry is deeply unideal. Ford and Duck, their health is awful. But they got 2 Bulldogs that have to come back.
30 seconds left.
I mean, more than that, Foreign's at low HP. Duck is also at low HP. With these Stingers at a short range towards the A site, this might be the key, the secret sauce to this burger puzzle, I guess. I don't know.
It's fine. I mean, A's open though, so it's all good. But for now, at least they got the spike down and probably double hold hell, if anything. But you've got to also watch Heaven. If you're Foreign, they put the smoke. They should know where one is at least. Ducky's not looking at A main. Natters can find the perfect timing and remove them one by one. Pacto peeks in. He's not looking at it. Duck gets one, and there's the second to fall. It's Foreign. It is Omen be Omen, and Natters saves Burger Boys.
Woo! There it is. No map point just yet. Takes it to the third. To pick up that Bulldog to have some better weaponry here. And like I said, Ravish, it was that low HP that came back to bite them. The tags that we saw super early on out of Burger Boys working in their favor. And now, knowing that this was a round flipped, they're picking up the Outlaw, which is going to be very solid, I would say, for the incoming lower buy that Alliance Guardian is probably going to have, considering that they invested a lot more in here. And yeah, not even a single shield, not even a single full shield for Alliance Guardian, 1 light shield for Poseidon, and a buy up, considering that I think he had the least amount of purchases in the previous round.
Right, yeah. I mean, they'll just try to run at them if they possibly can. They'll TP in the corner and see if they can get any sort of cheeky initial picks, but with no one peeking out, they'll, meander their way past spawn over towards A perhaps. But considering it's AG, they're okay for now. Right? They'll take their time, try to go back into A. A tree lean though might be what they need.
At this point, though, for Burger Boys, they also are playing off of a weaker buy, understanding that AG is not going to have a lot of money here. So they're going to try and bonus as much as they can so they can build up that ultimate economy, as well as regular economy to push forward. Just do as much damage as they can.
Easy enough, right? I mean, like we're saying, body will the farm his own ecos. Although Deck gets his one, though, Burger Boys just
just
clean up here. Easy does it.
They're just bullying Duck. I feel a little bit bad, but... And Bonnie does get rightfully punished, I guess, to some degree, but when you want to try and build up some of that confidence, some of that momentum on the mental warfare, it makes sense for Burger Boys to push in. Talk about the state of the game, though. Riker has that ultimate in the back pocket. We also see Duck on the Hunter's Fury as well, meaning that we have some good ultimates here for the attacking side to combo off of, and unfortunately, not the strongest of buys. Some light shields still. I think full utility? Yeah, it looks like full util, though. Except for Foreign doesn't have a TP.
Should be fine. But for AG, they're finally going to change the other side. They look to attack and run on them on. As the look, it's a full push out from Burger Boys onto A as they cover through wine, but they want to just rush it onto B.
No.
Yeah, there you go. Tillo and Bonnie going to be the first. They're going to have to try to face up against all this. There's Hunter's Fury as well, and with Practo and Bonnie doing a fantastic job of stopping them on the entry. Right, AG just get taken away and dismantled. Ow. A pure Russian strategy does not work out at all. And leaving Duck. Yeah, he gets his two though, impressive.
I mean, Duck alone for the hunt, but realistically, at the end of the day, AG, I don't know whether it was a read or an anti out of Burger Boys exactly, but it definitely felt like they had it planned out. They knew that something like this was going to happen. They saw the ultimates and were like, they're probably going to try and combo off of them towards one of these sites. And as soon as they found out that it was mid, they were like, all right, we're just going to fall back onto the B site and just let them come to us. It's a little bit of a slip from AG, but I'm still not going to be believing in it until we see a tighter scoreline between them. It is an eco this round, meaning that it's going to be another round for Burger Boys, but with Sheriffs, a Bucky, and a Stinger, it could always slip away.
We'll find out here, though, to see if they get pelted down A main or if they do manage to get through B, but I mean, yeah, it's just stuck right at the crossfire. Two different players. Practice should be able to try to find another, but with Tillo on the back end, they can't do any wrong. Right, yeah. And Tillo gets his third. Again, next round, gun round, so we'll have to watch for that.
It is a gun round, but just looking at it, they used up their ultimates to try and get around for Alliance Guardian. They were trying to go for that double up, and now they don't have any to necessarily counter the Hunter's Fury, Steel Garden, and Dimensional Drift available here for Burger Boys. From the Shadows is there as well as a cherry on this 3 Ultimate Sunday. The only thing you could potentially counter is Sci-Fi has one tick away from the Null command, but regardless, it just seems like having a hard time on this attacking side. You know, I will also say, I really liked having KO here because it helps counter some of the Sentinel pressure that you see on some of these maps, like the double Senti comps. And so maybe that ultimate can even help them even more on the entry. Because it seems like the main issue has been getting the plant down and fighting, like getting onto the site cleanly.
Yeah, because they're just always just so much firepower and aggression against them. And speaking of which, there's Bonnie again to find them early, given away by the shots they put up by Catwalk. And there's a Null command at least, so it's not the option, but it's not going to go into anybody at all here as they look to rush into A, but nothing cut off. They got to walk away, and Sci-Fi falls. But like, I have to get the res back if anything, but the rest of the team is here. Bonnie's fighting Everton with Nanos and Retro. Stop them at tree. It's a murder in the forest.
Just shot them and managed to find them. There was... It feels like every single time that we see Alliance Guardian trying to fight into a place, it's the same kind of concept that, you know, they had on their defense side where they immediately surround on it. We haven't really seen too much in terms of fakes or pushes or trying to like work the map in some way. Every time that they go and show some sort of aggression, it's almost as if they get collapsed upon immediately. And this timeout should hopefully reset some of that, more than the fact that like we're starting to see Burger Boys, you know, come alive. They're always on that second half. They always start to show a better face over and over again throughout the course of this series. It has been Burger Boys coming alive on it, and AG needing to kind of reel themselves back in, and even more than that, close out the games.
Yeah, because we're kind of seeing them fall into the similar strat that we saw previously, which Burger Boys did was just ram their face into a site and hopefully they all die. And unfortunately, they did not, because the Burger Boys had done a good job of playing the wrangles and finding the timings to ensure that AG just can't necessarily trade them away one by one, which has happened far too often. And then we're back in 1v1 scenarios. For Alliance Guardians right now, though, this is where it becomes tough, right? Where you're looking at your save round here once again. You have one more, at least a gun round of the next, but Burger Boys, if they get 2 in a row here, this can easily be shifted around in terms of the momentum for the game.
Revealing area.
Looks like they are going for something a little bit slower. The Spike and the Duelists are both on the B site. They do have Omen out towards A. This look is not so insane. Seems like they are trying to make it seem like a B hit. But the mid-rounding for Burger Boy calls them not to go for the, like, you know, immediate rotate off.
This is interesting, right? Because what we've seen right now from AG is a completely different look from what we've seen on all the save rounds where there's down to stack and run, but even Burger Boy as well too, playing way farther back, much safer, and waiting for AG just to run to them as well. They've set up a lot more trade angles as well too. Where there you go. This should be where it should come to fruition, but Zuck not managed to get his one. It's tough for him, but the second out there, Sci-Fi gets second. But just be one. Back to the corner, peeks him easy. And Silo comes out on top as well to find Riker. They'll lead them to 3v2. A save could be huge for AG if they secure something, but don't think it'll happen, especially considering where they are.
They have the opportunity to stall, but they need to get the plant down towards B. It has to be B.
Yeah, they just have no time with how they were stuck on the outside, right? They just like at a foot's away, and it just could not happen with how they're positioned by mid. Like it's unfortunate.
I mean, Till just so close to using the ult immediately. 3 ticks up on it from the round, getting the 3K as well. The ult cycle for Burger Boys is phenomenal here on the defense, and like I said, right, they are playing a lot slower here for the side of Alliance. They're realizing, hey, you know, we have this composition. It is good for us playing fast, but I think the benefit of having Waylay is kind of what we saw, where you trip up that Vise utility and you can fall back. You can go in and kind of take some contact, take some fights a little bit, and then get back to safety a little bit easier than something like Yoru. But regardless, it looks like another lean towards this B site.
This is where AG have to make their stand if they are to find match point. But for Burger Boys, though, this is a beautiful comeback as they've swayed momentum so heavily in their favor. Sci-Fi with a nice shot, but they only shallow control onto A, and I don't want to commit in this because previously every time they try to scale off of a singular pick, they've gotten removed. So this is a much safer and better play.
I mean, but also having Foreign fall back and not maintain that A main control is a bit tough, because now if you look at Burger Boys on the minimap, they're rebolstering the A defense. They have Bonnie as well as Nanners just waiting for players to walk in. We've seen them on their holds.
Good hit.
Ball was triggered, so Poseidon is trying to keep their attention on B, not force the rotation completely, but like you were saying, with 2 strong there, they realize the hold, especially with the knife not popping, and he's gonna ult all the way back to B. Use the garden. Poseidon falls from Pacto spamming him, and Sci-Fi the next target. Like within a matter of seconds, Burger Boys read the play. AG can't do anything.
Yeah, for Burger Boys, they're playing defense side ascent. They don't need to early rotate. They've had really good anchors this entire game, so I don't know whether it was them trying to sell a fake or Nanners, you know, sorry, not Nanners, Foreign just assumed that they couldn't win towards the A site. They couldn't fight into it. I think Alliance might have thought that, okay, we get Burger Boys off of the A site, we could get in towards A, but it just didn't happen, and as a result of that, they had to panic and go for a different play. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for them, and now it is starting to become very believable here for the Burger Boys.
Oh, this is extremely doable. Not even doable. I would say it's a definite possibility, especially with Burger Boys. Now, looking at probably a 10 to 11, and AG haven't found anything at all substantial on this attacking round. Every play's been red. They've been stopped at the beginning, and as I say, that retro falls. That's not great. But as on Nana stays alive, never mind. Nana's also gone. This is getting much and much worse for Burger Boys. Guys, I was just saying you guys are doing so good. Come on, man. Oh, the kill trip set up. Body's gonna skirt around that. Excuse me. But Riker's ready, and he spams him through up top. He's not gonna check the second corner and dunk for the final. What was that, bro?
I just want to say, first of all, that was impeccably bad timing for us as casters. And 2, they exploited the tree gap. As soon as they could get tree control for an A split, it seems like that's going to be the thing for the side of Alliance Guardians. Their A hits towards the split has been good. On top of the fact that you just have Riker going in and taking fights that they need to win, and winning those fights now leaves us in a situation where Sci-Fi's one off ult, Riker's one off ult, and the only thing Burger Boys has to counter that in terms of ults is a dimensional drift. Bonnie's pulling up for the fight.
Oh yeah, he's ready. He wants it. Bonnie hasn't been able to get active yet for half this game, so he knows he wants it here, and to take a set would be massive, especially as this is the map pick for for Burger Boys. And Sunset being up next, albeit Burger Boys have gotten the better of AG on Sunset on 2 previous occasions, but today may be a different story nonetheless, though. We'll wait and bide our time to see what they do.
Get the walk up here, by the way, for Poseidon. Has so much control of this mid space. And the lurks from Poseidon have been, somewhat good, somewhat bad. They've been a little bit tumultuous, to say the least. But regardless, there's still a lot of space gained.
Ooh.
Crucial fight 1.
Mm-hmm. Like we're saying, Poseidon with a massive pick-off. Retro not being dead means that the entire mid site just becomes so much more open. We got the Waylay ult too. They'll find the Omen right at the back. The Niners stuck in the corner. The dart is massive, but they can't kill anybody. This is so unfortunate. Niners has to peek. Look at this one. A constellation surprise about that by the end of it, but it may just be enough. Practo, ready and waiting. 2v3. Burger Boys need this round to survive naturally. And they're doing it slowly but surely. Another pickoff taken, that dimensional drift to find exactly where they're holding on the site and allowing Silo to move himself and get confidence to peek into them. It's foreign. Bonnie, 1v1. The clutch situation is so intense. Burger Boys fighting for survival, fighting to keep this map alive for themselves. And AG want to move up. They get it to half. Bonnie peeks. He strafes. And he gets a nice shot on top of him. But the body shot is there. Bonnie saves Burger Boys.
Oh, in such a crucial round. A round that looked winnable for the side of Alliance Guardians. It just falls apart. It crumbles because Bonnie's there. And I even said at the beginning, the main thing for Burger Boys was that dimensional drift. They needed to play off of it, and they did really well. Obviously, you don't want to go down to a 1v1. It gets a little muddy, but regardless, it gets to be clenched out, and you don't want anyone other than Bonnie in it. At this point, though, I do believe that the economy is not the worst for... Yeah, it's not the worst here for the side of Alliance Guardians. So they're going to have money. They're still going to have a good ultimate here. And 2 more rounds to try and tighten things up.
Was winning that by the skin of their teeth, but unfortunately, they're not out of the danger yet. They invested the dimensional drift, which helped them in a massive way to come back into the round, if anything. But for now, matters. Spots one cheeky little peek, but retreats back into his hidey hole. As the jump spot between the two of them, like a dangerous game here.
Little peek. Who's gonna get the pick? Who's gonna get the kill? Who's gonna find who? Untilo's gonna spot out one. But again, this mid gap is here. It's just being held by Retro with an op.
Oh, again, Poseidon gets the first, so that means the entire B setup is null and void. Vice is gone. Retro, like you're saying, the sees one, shoulder checks in, and wall bangs him, but he re-peaks the angle. Number 1 rule of opping, get away from that, bro. Leaving them in a 3v3, the sci-fi knows that's a fake, and waiting for the second one to pop in. Instead, it'll just be Duck to just remove him, spam him. Nanners stuck in a 1v3, trying to save the game once again. They got a miracle round last time. Can they do it again, though? Just 2 is all he has. Let Spike goes down. He has a TP and a second smoke now up. Does not see either of them. Finds 1, 4, peeks into him. Duck left. Nanners once again has to save his team as he pops up top of the speedway. He tries to see where he can find Duck, but up top, Duck ready, crouched down, and Burger Boys will fall on Ascent, just barely.
You can see Nanners was waiting for the timing to try and capitalize on a potential misread